Another YouTube glitch? Good morning, YouTube. Here with you on Friday morning, very early. It's 12:06 now in the AM. This is kind of for Bill, but anybody else that's having this problem. For some reason, YouTube has decided to include a lot of Bill's comments. In fact, they're all from Bill. Old 64 Goat, if you can see that. Every one of them. And this goes on down quite a ways. So, you know, and I'm not really sure why, but these are all old videos. And you can see the, I think the most here is 5 months maybe. Let's see what the top ones are. Yeah, 5 months. I've seen them as far as back a year, and I thought maybe Bill was watching some of my old videos and commenting, but he's not. This is just a Google YouTube screw up. So, you know, this is what we have to put up. I guess we got nothing else to do. Might as well fix that. I'm not going to mess with it. I don't know if it'll go away or not, but I'm tired of messing with trying to get these comments all out of there and back to nothing, or it should be. So, you know, crazy, crazy, crazy. I just thought I would point that out and let you know that I didn't get anything else done on the probe. I got busy doing some other stuff. And so I didn't do anything. Anyway, oh, I know what I want to show you. You may recall some time ago that I bought a Android double-din radio for my car, and I think it was $19.95, something like that. It was really cheap. And I figured it was a scam, and you know, it was. It turned out to be a scam. So I decided to do this. I went online or on eBay, and found this. This is actually a better one than I was wanting to get, but it is something pretty nice. You know. Looks like nice anyway. This is coming from this country. It's not a China. It's a LA, I think is what it says there. You know, that's another thing. I know there are a lot of young people on the internet, but I'm not one of them. Why places like YouTube, eBay, places like that, Facebook, why they use this kind of lettering? It's basically grayed out. You can't see it. Now if I highlight it, I can see it. Los Angeles, California. But like I said, it's just they do that and you can't really see it. Now I did have a thing on my Google Chrome to change the contrast, and if I needed to, I could hit that, and then everything was clear. But the way they do it here, they put this real light text on there, and you can't read it for nothing. I mean, I'm sure people with younger eyes probably read it okay, but my eyes don't read it so well. Anyway, let me bring you down here and show you some of the stuff this has got. This is an Android 9.0 quad-core 7-inch 2-din car navigation. It's got an ARM A7 for 12.2 gigahertz. 1 gig RAM, 16 gigabyte of ROM. It does have GPS, Bluetooth, FM, MirrorLink, USB, Wi-Fi, 1080p, 4G, DVR, SD, DTV, in DAB. Now, I'm not really sure what the DAB is, but I think that's supposed to be a pretty good feature. It has the OBD2 to read it. It has the tire pressure monitoring if you want to use that. It has the rear camera. I thought it was a pretty good deal for the money. So, like I said, that's what I did. I bought it. Actually, I bought it for, they had a make offer on it, and I put a bid of $55 in it, and that's what I got it for, $55. So, I saved a little bit of money doing that, so it wasn't quite as bad. I think it was 68 with the tax and shipping. It does have a $9.95 shipping on it. Like I said, it's not China, it's this country. So anyway, I thought it would be kind of neat to get. The only thing it doesn't have that I really wanted was AM radio. I don't know why, but I'm just an old guy, and I kind of like have old AM and FM on my radio, but it's not the end of the world. I never ever listened to AM. I used to listen to Rush Limbaugh when I was working at the post office. It was somebody talking to me while I was out on the mail route, so I kind of liked it, but you know. So it does have a capacitive touchscreen, which is, I think, better than the other, resistive. Navigator, it is supports maps, these type here, has voice guidance, 2D and 3D map views, dual zone, navigating while playing music, which is nice. There's the radio, supports SD cards, USB, and auxiliary connections. Now, one of the things I liked about this, there was a lot of them, if you look at this, that had the same basic thing going down through here, but they had no front plug-ins. They were all just switches, and some of them had a bigger, like a big volume control right here instead of the buttons. And now this one's got the SD card and the aux and the USB right on the front, which I kind of like, and so that's pretty good. Sports MP3, WMA, FLAC. That's the three I use most. So of course your picture quality, your picture format, and your video, basically everything that you really want to put at it. Has a steering wheel control. Not crazy about that. I doubt that I'll even use it. So it might be nice for volume if I can get it working. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. It depends on, you know, a lot of things. It has EQ. I think there's not any radio that doesn't have an EQ these days. This is one of the things I really liked about it. I've got this. You guys may recall when I got this in the mail, but I've got that very dongle, and I can use that in the car and have this Android application Torque read out all the what it calls. Now the DERB, I still haven't really figured that out. I think it just supports it. I don't think it actually works with that. I'll have to read up on that. Some of you guys may know. I don't know. But anyway, has the well, it says note, this is not included. You can contact us to buy together. I'm not real. I guess that's something to do with the DAB. Yeah, I see it now. DAB right there. I'll have to look on that and see. High def digital TV input. I guess you can put a TV box right there. This TV box. Don't really care about that. Tire pressure monitoring system. It does have that. You just buy the sensors for your tires. Basically, they fit on valve stems, and it will read those and tell you when your tires are low. Recorder input. I think this means you can hook like a dash cam up to it. Mine has the MP3, the USB. So it says USB camera is not included, but I have one of those. I could actually hook that up if I wanted to. I doubt that I would, but you know. Rear view camera input. Now it says somewhere here it's not included, but then if you look on down below, it said it is. Here's the back of it. All the different. I think that's a fuse. In fact, I know it is. That's the power plug and speaker connections. These are all the USB, all the things there. That's the GPS, and that's the radio antenna. So all that is there. There's the pinouts for it. Now this is 178 millimeters by 102 millimeters. Now there are some that they say will not fit into a double DIN connector, but I don't think this is one of them. This actually has a metal frame around it, whereas a lot of them have a plastic around there. So I think it's a pretty good unit, I think. This is the GPS unit or antenna here. I'll have to figure out a way of routing that up onto the dash some way. Has the RCA's in and out here for that. Has the this is their speakers and power leads and things like that. This is for the rear camera, I believe, and these are the mounting brackets. So all of that. Now here's the camera, waterproof, rear view camera, 170 HD parking assistance. So that does come with it. So that's kind of nice. I thought for the price it wasn't too bad. You know, I hope it's okay, but if it's not a big deal. Now, this is the wiring come with it. See, there's your one of these wires. I think hook up to your backup lights. That way, whenever the backup lights come on, the camera comes on. And this long wire here is routed up through the trunk and up under the seats and things like that, up to the dash to hook up to the radio. So that's how that works. I think it will probably mount, I'm not really sure where, but I'll find a decent place to mount it and get that mounted. And I think that'd be kind of neat. So some of the other stuff here about the, not really sure what the ROM is. Now I don't know if that's, well, that's the operating system obviously, but the RAM has got a gig. Now I don't know if I can store, you know, like the GPS unit that I've got that they sent for a review. It has maps on in RAM, and I'm wondering if I maybe can load those maps into this, and that'll work with it. I don't know for sure, but there are other free maps out there that you can get, and plus this does work with your phone through Google. It has a Wi-Fi connection, so you could use Google Maps if you needed to. So kind of neat. I like it. So. Like I say, there's your resolution. Most of them are 1024 by 600 is the resolution on them. So built-in clock and calendar. So that's a pretty nice little unit, I think. So I'm happy about that. It does allow you to use the apps that Android apps. You can, I think, access the Play Store and download apps for it. So that's a pretty good deal too. There's your what it comes with: power cable, Wi-Fi antenna, GPS antenna, RCA harness, which we've seen, rear camera input, RCA cables, and 2 installation metal frames and screws. That's the brackets I was talking about. So I think it, hoping it should be a good one. If it's not, I'll send it back and get my money back. But I like I said, I wanted one of these ever since I found that one really cheap, and I thought, well, I'm going to try it and just see. Obviously, it did not work. It was just a scam. I did get my money back. I don't know if I told you that. I think I did. But, you know, it took a while to do it because they had a long wait on it. Now this one's in the States, so it won't have to wait so long for it. I think the standard, well, says March 25th through the 27th is supposed to be here, so we'll hope for that. That's about it there. I noticed one thing that I had noticed about Linux before. Down here in the bottom here, that is my wireless touch keyboard, K400. It says battery full. I'll just replace the batteries in it this afternoon. They were saying like 10%, and every time I would go use the mouse, it would be a little bit slow for one thing. It'd say batteries are almost dead. I've got rechargeables in there, and I've got to find those. I had them laying here somewhere. I think I got up a minute ago and forgot all about them being here. They're probably on the floor somewhere, but I got to put those in the charger, and I usually keep them charged up pretty good. So, having a little problem with my editing software here for the website on Weebly. if I go to edit my web page for the BDST, this is what happens. This is all that happens. It will sit there and spin around for I don't know how long, but for a long time. And I'm not really sure why. May have to contact them and see, but I guess that's all I have to share with you. All these been hearing about these checks that Congress and the president are going to be sending out to us. I've heard it's going to be around $1,000, and I've done had plans for mine if I get it, and it's going to go for my trip to Bob's. So I'll have plenty of money then to go see Bob. And so, also I was thinking about getting a 3D printer. One of my viewers, Burkane, up in Canada, has bought one from GearBest. He says it's a pretty good little printer. It's relatively inexpensive. So I may try to get something like that, just to have something to play around with, number one. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Let's see. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to ask you all about. Are your subscriptions now not in alphabetical order anymore? Something happened and mine's not in alphabetical order anymore. They used to be, but not anymore. So, not sure why. Let's see. 3D printer stuff. I know there's somewhere it said the name of it. There it is, I think. Yeah. Can't read that. Tron XY? Tron XY, I think is what it is. Look at that. I seen one just a minute ago when we was on there. Alright. Tron XY. Okay, let's see. I don't see it there. Oh, there's one right there. That's probably not the one he got. I don't think he paid that much for it. I could be wrong. I don't know. Let me look on down here. There, maybe this is it. I don't know. I'll have to get the model number off his, whatever his, I think he said somewhere on it what it was. But anyway, just thinking about that, you know, if that incentive check comes through like they're talking about. I heard it was supposed to be not come until April, so I don't know. We'll see. But like I say, I have plans for it if it comes. I did pick up my groceries today. I don't think I mentioned that. No problem. Now I did say on the Walmart website that you didn't have to sign their little tablet anymore, that the associate would sign it for you if you wanted them to. He didn't even offer to do that, but it doesn't really matter to me. Anybody that's used those before, those things do not work very well. You can't use your finger. You have to use your fingernail, and it never does. You can't. I just scribble something and hand it to him. They said that's all you need to do. I said okay. So anyway, like I said, got my groceries, put them up, and I had some of the chicken that I got, and like I said, instead of getting the chicken breast, they gave me the chicken strips, and basically that's what they are, is just strips of chicken breast, and they were pretty good. And I had me some of the broccoli florets or whatever they call them. Those were good. I love broccoli. And I had some mashed potatoes, and I had some rolls. So I had a good meal this evening. Probably try the Salisbury steak tomorrow and go that route. So I think that's going to do me. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you. bye.